everybody. Welcome to Stay in Love Motivations. I'm Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and your life coach motivator. Welcome to episode 3 of season 4 Soul Transformation Series. Okay, episode 1, just do a recap. Episode 1 was time to transform, and that's where you finally make a decision that you're going to change your life. And it all starts with decision, and it all starts in your mind. Episode 2 was time to incubate. And incubate is very important because you have to go within, and you have to allow yourself to go within so that you can do a clearing away. And now that you've made a decision, the world around you is going to crumble, and things are going to change, and a shift is going to take place. So when you incubate, you're allowing that to happen. And you're starting to clear away all of the things that was created in that world that you no longer want to be a part of. And it's very important that you do that so that you can clear away and make room for the new. You have to renew to make room for the new, okay? So this episode is time to rebuild, time to create. So now that you've done all the clearing away, now it's time to rebuild. And it all starts in your mind. It starts in your inner man, in your spirit man, because as a man thinketh, so is he. So now you have to reprogram and rethink the type of world that you want to make for yourself, that you want to create for yourself. And it starts with, well, for me, I'm going to share with you my story. It started because I had to rebuild, totally restructure, okay? Vanessa. I had to be restructured, and it started within. And so I took advantage of all of the wonderful videos that are here on YouTube, all of the wonderful videos that taught me the importance and taught me the practices of meditation that helped the guided videos, the guided subliminal meditations that helped me, to assisted me. They were like my construction team. Okay, those videos. They're like your construction team, and they help me to rebuild and restructure and reinvent the better version of who I am right now. So I will try to find one of the meditations that I took advantage of that really helped to get me started. And it starts, what it does, it helps to awaken your imagination. It helps for you to start building and designing the life that you want to have, the person that you want to be, right? It starts there. And it's very important that you do this, because if you don't, you'll just keep reliving this vicious cycle called the nightmare called your life, right? You'll just keep reliving it. And who wants to do that? If you're ready, now that you've made a decision and you're ready for something new, you're ready for a better version, you're ready to meet new characters in your play called life, characters that are going to mirror who you are at whatever stage you're in. That's true, because your world is a reflection of what's going on inside of you, really going on inside of you. So in order to do that, you have to recreate and reinvent who you think you are, because as a man thinketh, so is he. So let's rethink and reprogram and start rebuilding the type of person and individual that we want to be in this life. You can have the life you want. You can be the person that you desire to be. You can be a better version of who you think you are. But it starts in your mind. You can't blame anyone else. You can't allow anyone else to tell you who you think you are. You have to decide that. And once you decide, I am, then you can start rebuilding. And it's so great because the universe, the spirit world, will start bringing in all of these characters, all of these tools and resources that you need to rebuild the life that you really want to have. The question is, do you have the courage? Do you possess the courage to eliminate all the fear and the uncertainty that comes with that? Because, as you're being ushered into these becoming the new you, the better you, things are going to shift, things are going to change. Why? Because you are changing on the inside. And I'll never forget when I started this, I was doing my guided meditations at night. And I didn't think nothing was going on. I didn't think anything was happening. But let me tell you something. My world began to change very quickly. The characters that no longer served me began to exit my life. It was devastating because I didn't really know what was going on. But now that I think about it and reflect upon it, I understand what was taking place. And it all starts with you establishing a sense of trust and trusting that God has your back, that He is for you, trusting that what is taking place, it's all good because all things work together for the good, right? But you have to believe that. And I remember someone doing some frustrating times. I said, God, and this is how I talked to Him. I said, God, I need you to help me understand how in the hell this is working out for my good. And God is so awesome and so merciful that He answers. Spirit will answer you. Call upon me and I will answer thee, right? So trust the process. Trust that God is for you. Trust that all things are working together for you. Why? Because you are participating this time in the world that you want to have. So you are participating for the good of you, right? So allow these things to take place in your life. Start restructuring and rebuilding the world that you want to have. How? By reaffirming, by using guided meditations. I'll just ramble down this list that I started way back in 2008. And I wrote this affirmation list, and it said, I am so happy and grateful. Thank you, Bob Proctor, for that. I am so happy and grateful now that I am. And I would fill in the blanks. I am so happy and grateful now that I am 50 pounds lighter. And I was. I am so happy and grateful now that I can communicate, that I'm an excellent communicator, that I can communicate my thoughts effectively. I am so happy and grateful that I am in high demand, that people want to hire me, that I have value in my skills and abilities. I begin to say that every day, every day. There were a couple that I just wanted to see if this law of attraction thing really worked, and it really was true. It was like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am dating a man who is Italian and he's Jewish. And within 6 months, I met a guy who was Italian and he was Jewish. That was my indicator. That let me know that what I was doing was working. So I began to change those affirmations and make them more or less selfish, but more internal about, I am so happy and grateful now that my faith is stronger in my existence, and I'm so happy and grateful now that I trust God continually throughout the processes of my life. And you can build your own list, but the thing is you have to start, and you do that during your incubation period. You set aside a time every day. You can pray for your family members and all that stuff, but also I want you to start praying for you. Pray for you. Put you first. If God dwells in each and every one of us and you're putting everything else ahead of you, what does that say about your relationship with the God in you? So start putting yourself first by setting aside the time every day to rebuild and watch how your world will be transformed around you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Next week, we're going to go deeper. And we're going to continue in this soul transformation process. Now that we started with the mind, next week we're going to tackle and really take a deep dive into our emotions and understanding what they are and how they work. We're going to work on the emotions next 3 episodes. So tune in next week where we're going to knock on the door of emotion. And we are going to really understand how we can start using our emotions for us and no longer against us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing. And remember to check in the description field. I'm going to put a video in there, a guided meditation that's going to help you with starting to rebuild the world that you want to have. And it'll kind of give you an idea as to how these guided meditations really work. And they're free. They're free, my loves. Go to YouTube, take advantage of the resources that are on here, and start to rebuild and recreate a better version of you. Be Ye Transformed 2017. Thank you guys for tuning in, and remember, stay in love.